Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. London club opens talk to sign injury-prone Arsenal star. Emile Smith Rowe could realistically leave Arsenal this summer as clubs show interest in him. The midfielder has struggled to make the Arsenal team in recent seasons as the Gunners have signed new midfielders. Injuries are the main reason he is no longer in favour, but he remains a player Mikel Arteta thinks highly of. The Arsenal manager has other midfielders who are performing better, so he does not need to rely on Smith Rowe. Fulham and several other clubs are now courting the midfielder, but the Cottagers are his most serious suitors. A report on Football Insider claims they have opened preliminary talks to add him to their squad in the coming weeks. They believe the Hale and Academy product has what it takes to thrive on their team and would help him revive his career. Although Arteta likes Smith Rowe, Arsenal seem more open to his departure this summer than at any other time. Smith Rowe has been struggling to stay on our team, and this is probably the best time to offload him. Fulham will be a good team for him to join, and if he can stay fit, he will develop further at the London club. Southampton considers a swoop for out-of-favour Arsenal man. Southampton is the latest club showing interest in Aaron Ramsdale as he considers his future at Arsenal. Ramsdale is poised to spend his second season as a benchwarmer at Arsenal if he remains at the club beyond the summer. David Raya has solidified his position as the best goalkeeper at the club, and he will continue as their number one next term. The Spanish goalkeeper is performing too well to be benched for Ramsdale, and the Englishman must settle for being a number two or leave. The prevailing belief is that he will ask to leave the Emirates instead of staying as the second choice at Arsenal. Arsenal didn't want to sell him in January, but the Gunners are open to his departure this summer, and a report in the Sun claims Southampton wants to add him to their squad. They need a new number one and consider him to be a very good option. Ramsdale will now consider whether to join the Suns and play regularly or stay at Arsenal and challenge for trophies. If Ramsdale wants to quit the Emirates, we can understand because the goalie deserves to play, but he might not want to move to Sutton. Arsenal decide 24-year-old first-team ace will be allowed to leave the club. Arsenal have been slow to act in the summer transfer window, having made no signings so far. They have seen their rival clubs make moves in the market, but Mikel Arteta is still waiting for new signings at the Emirates Stadium. The Gunners have been heavily linked with a move for Italian defender Riccardo Calafiori, who impressed last season for Bologna and for Italy at the Euros this summer. One of Arsenal's first-team footballers will be allowed to leave the club after increasing interest from Serie A clubs. According to Football Insider, Arsenal are open to offers to let Jakub Kiwior leave the club, largely because of his remarkable time at Spezia. Kiwior is attracting a lot of interest in the Italian top division. Kiwior's outstanding performance with the Italian team was the primary factor in his transfer to the Emirates Stadium in the first place. The Gunners are looking to make their squad more competitive, and they are ready to improve the level of players across all the positions. Arteta is expected to sign a defender, a midfielder, and a striker this summer in order to challenge Manchester City again for the Premier League title. The Gunners have failed at the final stage of the season for the last two seasons in a row. Arteta would be hoping to go one step further next season by winning the league title. Kiwior has competed against Zinchenko and Takahiro Tomiyasu to play at left back, but with Calafiori now likely to join the Gunners, the competition for a spot in the team is about to get more difficult. The report has mentioned that a loan deal will be considered by the Gunners for the Poland international. The defender was one of Arsenal's best players in the second half of last season and was a constant member of the starting lineup. Arsenal feel really hungry and we want more. Arteta feeling positive ahead of a new season. Speaking to the Arsenal media team, the Spanish coach mentioned that the changes at the club extend beyond just the men's team. He is really proud of the complete transformation he's brought to the club's atmosphere and mindset, bringing along the women's team and the academy teams on this journey. Interestingly, he also mentions that the transformation has improved the mentality of every part of the club, including the fans. Arteta revealed the following: for sure, and we've done it across the club in every department, not only on the football side or the men's first team, but when you look at our academy and women's performances and men's first team, the environment that we have created and our supporters, it's different, it's a different hunger, and it's a different look. We are really showing our teeth because we want to win, and we know that if we want to achieve that in a consistent way and put the club in the position that we want, that's going to be key. First of all, it's about believing. We have to believe that we are good enough to do it. And I feel that belief, and the club is really hungry and we want more. Everything starts with the mind, and Arsenal's shift in mentality has undoubtedly played a crucial role in their return to the top of the Premier League. After failing to secure the league title, Arteta and the team will be excited to close that gap and make a strong push for the title in the new season. We are looking forward to some outstanding contributions from our team next season. With their determination and hunger, we have high hopes for a successful ending to the 24-25 season. Taking in Arteta's comments, it seems like Arsenal might finally be able to turn their mental strength into actual success on the pitch in the 24-25 season. Arsenal have had contact with England star, but he is leaning towards Tottenham transfer. Arsenal reportedly made tentative contact over the potential transfer of Crystal Palace midfielder Eberchie earlier this summer, but he is leaning towards possibly joining Tottenham instead. That's according to a reporter from Football Transfers, who state that Ease is concerned about how much playing time he'd have at the Emirates Stadium, where there'd likely be plenty of competition for a place. The report even suggests that Fabio Vieira won't necessarily be on the move this summer, which means he could still have some chance of breaking into Mikel Arteta's starting lineup from time to time, even if it hasn't been easy for the Portuguese playmaker so far. If Vieira stays, that probably just further limits the impact Ease could have at Arsenal, so he might do well to hold out for someone like Spurs as an alternative, as they might be more likely to find a key role for him and build their team around him next season. The 26-year-old has shone at Palace and made it into the England squad for Euro 2024 this summer. Even if he couldn't cement a place in the team, it would be a major blow for Palace to lose Ease after already seeing Michael Olles depart the club for a big transfer to Bayern Munich. One imagines the Eagles will be keen to avoid another major sale this summer, but it remains to be seen how long they can realistically hang on to someone like Ease, who will no doubt feel he is at the age where he needs to move soon or else risk ever getting a big transfer altogether. Football Transfers state that Palace will now make a strong attempt to persuade East to stay at Selhurst Park after the Euros, but it will no doubt be interesting to keep an eye on if Arsenal and Tottenham step up their efforts for him at any point later on in the window. Arsenal plot transfer move for bargain £20 million Euro 2024 winner. Arsenal are reportedly plotting a transfer move for Real Sociedad midfielder Mikel Merino following his successful tournament with Spain at Euro 2024. The 28-year-old played well for his country and ended up with a winner's medal in the competition in Germany, and one imagines he will now turn his attention towards sorting out his future as he has just 1 year left on his contract with Sociedad. According to the Telegraph, Arsenal are now preparing to move for Merino this summer, with Gunners boss Mikel Arteta perhaps in need of more depth in that area of the pitch, while Merino looks like a decent market opportunity due to being a free agent next summer. The report suggests that could mean Arsenal have the chance to sign Merino for as little as £20 million, which looks like a bargain for a hard-working player who also has plenty of quality. Primarily a defensive midfielder, Merino can also perform well in a box-to-box role, so that kind of versatility and adaptability should serve him well at the Emirates Stadium. The Telegraph note that Merino has played with Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard before, with the Norway international having a loan spell with the Basque club during his time at Real Madrid. That could be good to help Merino settle in North London, and it might also mean Odegaard has already given the club bosses his own insights into playing alongside him in midfield. Elsewhere, Arsenal also continue to be linked strongly with Bologna defender Riccardo Calafiori, with the Telegraph stating that there is a growing expectation that the deal will be done, even if the saga has dragged on for some time. If Arsenal can add Merino and Calafiori this summer, they should be in a very good shape for the new season, though more striker or winger wouldn't go amiss either. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.